York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Knick of Time show here, giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And the Knicks beat the 76ers 128 to 192. And if you cannot tell, I am hyped because we just beat one of the contenders in the East with our new look team. We are undefeated in 2024. All right, Jalen Brunson gives you 29 points and 3 rebounds. Quentin Grimes gives you 19 points and 8 rebounds. OG gives you 11. Devo gives you 14 points. McBride gives you 15 points and 4 assists off the bench. Josh Hart gives you 10 points and 14 rebounds. And my God, today I give him the game ball to this man. Hartenstein gives you 17 points and 5 assists. The Knicks play phenomenal defense, all right? They locked down the 76ers. They out-rebound the 76ers. They had them only score 16 points in the fourth quarter. And the Knicks just did what they had to do. They locked it up. They put them in jail. It was Akon City today. They could not do nothing with the Knicks, and we got that W, man. We got the W. We're gonna talk about it all. The good, and that's it. There is no bad. There is no ugly, all right? It's all good just a week ago, or today anyway. Maybe Randall was a little bit off today, but it's still good. He's allowed to have a bad game today. It's cool. It's all right. It's all right. But let's talk about it, all right? And I'm gonna introduce you to my guys. We already have the Latin assassin, ESPN contributor Lee Escobedo. We also have my guy, the stats and the facts, Ryan Gino, in the building, holding it down at SNY on the side as well. And D1 baller, ex-college baller, Ebony in the building. What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Can I say jealous?
Go ahead.
Can I say jealous?
Go ahead.
I haven't said it in a while. I don't think I've said it all season.
We outside. Damn it. We outside, damn it. We taking names. We contenders. I don't care what anybody says. We blew out the 76ers. We held them under 100 points, man. A team with Embiid and Maxey. Who's the best? Who's the best duo, really? Who's the best duo? Maxey and Embiid or Brunson and Hartenstein? Who's the best duo? Stephen A. Talk about, I don't know who Hartenstein. You know his name now, Stephen A. I know you know his name now, Stephen A. Let's get to it. Lee, I want to get your thoughts on today's game. What do you think about the win, big win, statement win from the Knicks?
I've never been a part of a hive, and I've never announced that on KOT show. I said it on Twitter. I'm announcing it here. I am the CEO and president of Isaiah Hartenstein Hive. Let's go! Shout out Berlin, baby. Let's go! Listen. I came with the hot takes today, man.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Everyone quiet down.
Oh, man. Here we go.
Listen. Not only are we a contender, if we get either Jordan Clarkson or Malcolm Brogdon, we are winning the championship this season. Let's go!
I'm scared. I'm not there yet.
You're outside forever.
I'm not there yet.
Let's go.
I'm not there yet.
I'm there. I'm the first one there, like I always am. I'm the first one there. Whether I'm falling off the ledge or I'm on top of the ledge, I don't know yet. But I'm saying we get a backup point guard at a 15, 17 point per game ratio. Love the numbers, Jay Ellis, that you provided about Tyrus Jones and Malcolm Brogdon's fit as catch and shoot guys, as 3-point shooters. Both those dudes are shooting 41% from three. Both play solid defense. Brogdon has playoff experience. You both have averaged around 5 assists. We did someone like that as an upgrade over McBride without giving up anyone but Fournier and Pitts. We are winning the championship this season.
Well, all right, we're gonna wheel it back. We're gonna get to that. we gonna talk about this game first. We gonna talk about why we so hyped about the Hartenstein game today and what he did. I don't know who wants to talk about Hartenstein. Raise your hand if you want to talk about Hartenstein. I want to talk about him, but I'm gonna let you. I'm throwing the pass.
Keep going. I'm gonna keep going.
Go ahead.
Hold on. Listen, Mitchell Robinson overall is a better player than Isaiah Hartenstein. Yes, I'm a part of the hive, but I'm still rational. And the fire Tibbs guy, he's gone. Isaiah Hartenstein, though, is a better fit with the starting unit. Seen Mitchell Robinson for about 4, almost 5 years now as a starter, primarily next to Julius Randle. When Julius Randle has a bad game, that Brunson-Mitchell Robinson pairing looks worse. Whether it is or not inconsequential, it appears worse, especially on offense. Isaiah Hartenstein, in my opinion, should be the starter moving forward because of his playmaking, especially at the high post, and because of his scoring. When all the guys are being trapped, he actually has the ability to put the ball on the floor and score with his floater. So moving forward, I think Isaiah Hartenstein should be the starter. Mitchell Robinson doesn't have to come off the bench. I'm not advocating to trade him. I'm not saying Mitchell Robinson is worse. I'm just talking about fit right now. Pure fit. I'd rather have Grimes in the starting unit, but understand fit-wise, DiVincenzo is the right choice. Isaiah Hartenstein brings so much to the table. We got to find a way to re-sign this guy. If that means getting rid of Josh Hart, who I love and had an astronomical plus-minus performance, the best in the season, that might have to happen so we keep Hart. The ability to have the best center depth in the NBA with Mitchell Robinson and Isaiah Hartenstein is one of our top 3 advantages, especially going into the playoffs. I love what he does for his team. Love it. Tibbs wants to lean more into his playmaking, and he is an unbelievable player, a partner with Jalen Brunson, because he can actually be that secondary playmaker that we've been lacking. Love Isaiah Hartenstein's game. Love how much of a dog he is and how tough he is. He's a pure evolution of his Eurocentric white bids coming from the Timothy Mostrov to now. Man, the game has evolved, and I love that he's on the Knicks.
He's black. I'm just letting you know. He's simple. Just letting you know. His daddy's black, all right? His daddy get pulled over just like me, all right? I'm just letting you know, right? Shout out to Isaiah Hartenstein. Look, listen, Tibbs coached his butt off today. There was a point in the fourth quarter where, you know, Randall was bad today. He actually got benched in the fourth quarter, and we were actually playing through Hartenstein for like a good 6 minutes in the fourth quarter. It was all pulling Embiid out of the paint and back cuts, and we were able to eat just off of that. He's literally being our like a little Draymond Green, where he's like giving Grimes the ball and he's going off for 18 points, giving McBride the ball on back cuts, giving OG Anunoby a pass. Like, he's been really, really, really good offensively. And dude blocked Embiid today. Dude blocked Embiid today and then blocked Gobert the game before it. It's like, that is crazy. That is insane. I feel like Ryan wants to go. He's I could tell by the look in his face.
No, all I'm gonna say is that I am leaning towards what Lee said, thinking that Hartenstein is probably the better fit in the starting lineup, just for the simple fact that I would probably think differently if there was a major drop-off in defense between Mitch and Ihart, but just because the drop-off in defense is not that bad, and then on top of that, he has the passing ability. There was many times in this game where they started trapping Brunson, and then Brunson passed the ball off to Ihart. Ihart was able to find the open guy to get the easy basket. And he had what, 5 assists in this game? And I think it's his ability offensively with this starting unit, I think fits in better. It's definitely going to be a competition, I think, once Mitch gets back healthy between Ihart and Mitch. Like, they're going to really be battling for that starting spot. I don't think it's just one of those situations where it's like, you know what, when Mitch comes back, he automatically gets that starting spot back. Like, nah, it's going to definitely be a competition between both of those bigs to see who gets that starting spot. But with the way the Knicks are playing right now with this starting lineup, it's definitely looking like Ihart is the better fit. So you have to give Ihart his props. He played well tonight. 2 blocks, 5 assists, 17 points. He played his ass off tonight against one of the best bigs in the league, Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I'm not looking too crazy. I'm not looking too crazy anymore. Y'all looked at me crazy a couple of games ago. I already know Anthony's still looking at me crazy. I already know that. I know Emmy's still gonna be crazy, but at least I got two people see it my way. Two other people. All right, I'll take 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 is a bad percentage. And I'm gonna let Ebony talk. I already know she's gonna call. He's gonna curse all of us out. We're haters, and we hate Mitch.
I'm done. I'm done with the trying to open everybody's eyes. I really am with the Mitch. I'm just gonna continue to let his play talk. So whenever he comes back, we'll see. Because I definitely don't agree. I appreciate what iHeart does, but it's been a couple games, and a couple of those games he was Casper. So we pick and choose, and I don't want to bring that up because we just blew it out. But again, slow the whole whoa, simmer down. Simmer down. There's a long season. He has to do this consistently. And again, there's been some games where he hasn't been what we just saw today. So I appreciate, I love iHeart's effort. I do, but it is a long season, and that man Mitch was putting in work. So and we were not. He wasn't getting these type of touches, and when he did, he had averaged some points. I just checked it out. The amount of touches he was getting and shots he was taking. So yeah, we had a good game, and iHeart had a good game, and we had a good defensively team game. They made it difficult as a team. You see, even Randall, who was not had a good offensive game, he got his hands was active today. Yep. He got a little block steal off and B coming over with the help. So did Grimes. Dante did it a couple times. And that's what I've been asking for the whole season. Just, better team defense. Our rotations and things like that have been suspect this season. And to see this game and it on point the way we won and how we won, we didn't allow – we know Embiid is going to be Embiid, we know, but just don't allow everybody else. And the bench did nothing. And I think they only had 3 people in double figures. So that's how you win games. Philly, I'm not too they got Embiid, but again, if you let Embiid be Embiid and lock everybody else down, they have people that you can pretty much guard, to me, is Boston because they do it on both ends of the court and they can get multiple efforts from multiple people. But Philly and Milwaukee, that's why I was so surprised we lost so many times the way we lost to Milwaukee, because they can't guard anybody. And it was just more so us beating ourselves because we weren't guarding anybody, and we weren't taking care of our business either with taking care of the ball and hitting the 3-pointer. For some reason we could not hit shots against Milwaukee. So this is a new age team, and like I mentioned, we undefeated in this year, and I definitely want to see. But before I pass it off, I got to shouts out to my guys Grimes and Deuce.
Yes.
That's why again I'm gonna keep mentioning this the 3rd game, y'all. Let's relax and see what we have before y'all trying to trade everybody. I know people have their own agendas why they want trades. Some people just think it's a better fit. Some people mad that their favorite player is off. Now everybody free. Everybody.
I already know what you're talking.
Everybody can go. My favorite player not here on this team, but everybody can go. I know, I understand, I get it. But we gotta let's chill and see what we have. But getting free is me. So if my biggest problem with Deuce, and I mentioned it in my pregame space, is his offense. And today he showed he can do a little something with that shot. So if he can continue, do we need a trade from that point guard aspect? And with Grimes, you've seen what happens when he's no hesitation, and maybe when he's aggressive, a little bit, more touches within the game. So let's see,
Yeah.
I'm with seeing a couple games a week or so, right before Dante is really. I mean, was it DeJounte everybody wants, all right? Murray's available.
Well, I think our pod might be one of the few who's not into DeJounte at this point. Be more into a backup. But you mentioned.
Wait. I support DeJounte on the.
Okay. Well, 1 out of 3.
So I'm a one-man band.
I think Lee might be on the fence. I'm leaning more towards no.
I'm for it. I prefer a backup point guard.
But I prefer a backup point guard.
Nah, Deuce heard mad bad. Dante was playing today, and he said he said no mad bad. Talk about Malachi Flint.
Yeah.
And Malachi Flint, he said, "You're not getting my minutes, sir."
Wario.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Malachi Flint is crazy. Yo, you touched on a lot. You touched on a lot, though. I want to get to everything you touched on. So you talked about the defense, you talked about Grimes, you talked about McBride. I want to dive into all of those things separately. And first, I want to talk about the defense. And when you talk about the defense, you have to start. Well, you can start with Hartenstein's defense on Joel Embiid was phenomenal. DiVincenzo did a great job helping out defensively. The team defense was phenomenal. OG Anunoby's defense on Maxey was great. It's interesting because watch OG Anunoby defend and just watch him. It's freaking poetry though. This dude navigates screens better than anybody I've ever seen. He reminds me like I've seen this guy get screened twice and dodge both screens and still stay attached and deny Maxey the ball. Cause it's funny when you see it's funny when you start to match up players with one another and go, wait a minute, how much points did Maxey score? He scored this many points. It's like, well, how much did he score when OG was on him? Or just Maxey wasn't even able to get the ball for long stretches because OG was on him. And if you're not really paying attention, you kind of miss that. And the same thing with DeMar DeRozan. There was stretch DeMar DeRozan scored with the Bulls, but when OG was on him, he wasn't even able to get the ball. OG is this weird, perfect NBA 2K defensive player where he's long, strong enough to hold his ground against centers, quick enough to guard point guards, and he's intelligent enough to know when to help, when not to help, how to hedge, how to get back to his man. He plays perfect defense and is the perfect size to play defense the way he is. It's amazing watching him play defense. And he's like a plus. He didn't even score today, hardly. He was forced to kind of make more reads because of the way the 76ers were defending the Knicks, where they were ball denying Brunson and Randall. So you start to see him trying to create, and it was a little bit shaky at points. But the defense, at the end of the day, his defense, Hartenstein's defense, and the team defense really stood out today. Really stood out. So I want to start. I don't know if you guys have anything to say about that, or I can move on to something else. No, cool.
Yeah, definitely what you were saying about the team defense. I noticed that everybody's on point. It wasn't a one-on-one job. They didn't leave anybody out on the island. Everybody was attentive, in their lanes, waiting for whatever. They were ready for whatever. And I loved our defensive intensity. Everybody. Even when the offense didn't, in the beginning, it was a lot of one-on-one. It seemed like the defense picked up and it was able to spark a little bit where we was able to get, I think, like Randall, his first bucket was like a transition basket. So that can help just get the defense, help us get easier buckets.
Yeah. The defense. Go ahead, Lee.
There was a lineup in the second quarter that was Precious, OG, Josh Hart, and I think it was Brunson and maybe DiVincenzo. I can't remember, but it didn't matter who was in the backcourt. Those three, Hart, Precious, and OG, man, playing the passing lanes, switching on defense, their ability to run in transition. I was like, I've never really seen a Knicks team like this before. Maybe that team that had Stoudemire in 2010 or before that with Gallo and David Lee. Like, I just love the ability, the athleticism, and the long, stretchy dynamics of those players. I was watching, I was like, man, like not a half court plotting, low pace team. Like that team was getting up and down the floor and defending at a high level. It's beautiful to watch.
There's a lot of combinations with this team that's crazy. Like when McBride was on there with OG and Josh Hart, when Grimes is out there with OG and Josh Hart and Hartenstein, we have a lot of guys who are high level to defenders to like mid-level defenders, but high effort. It's like a lot of mix of those type of guys, and we're going to give team fits. I don't know what our defensive rating is going to be in like a month, but if it looks like anything like tonight, it's going to be top 5 in the league. I'm not even going to hold you. I ain't going to hold you. And speaking of defense, Miles McBride hawking people, not letting them get the ball in bounds, has been amazing defensively. He's always been amazing defensively. He did a great job on Maxey the time he's been in the game.
Yes, he did.
Made things really difficult for him. He's been silently shooting very well from 3-point line this season. He's just not getting the reps. Hit the corner three at a high clip. Outplayed the whole 76ers bench by himself. Patrick Beverly, you got to go on your podcast and talk about how Miles McBride cooked you. I know you're not, but you need to go. You need to go on your own pod and let the people know. You know what? He cooked me, and I deserve. Like Miles McBride cooked you, man.
Matter of fact, you gotta give a shout out to Pat Beverly because he did make a comment on I don't know if it was his podcast or he was on another podcast, but they asked him about the OG trade from Toronto to the Knicks and saying how OG is going to help the Knicks. He was basically saying that he thinks that the fact that he's playing with two dogs, because he called Jalen Brunson a dog, he called Julius Randle a dog, saying that the fact that OG is playing with two dogs here in New York, that's going to help him further. And it just makes you think about it. It's like, if OG is already great defensively as it is, and he's going to play with a gritty team like the Knicks, where it's like, the Knicks team got some dogs on that team. Can you imagine how OG is going to develop in a few years, playing with guys who got that toughness?
Yeah,
it's gonna be major. But McBride tonight, he was the catalyst for the Knicks that led the Knicks to blow out the Sixers, because in the first quarter, the Knicks were struggling. And once he came into the game, I think he hit three threes in like towards the end of that first quarter, I think.
Yeah, 4 threes in 7 minutes in the second quarter, and the Knicks scored, I believe, 41 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, but basically the game was close, and then once he came into the game and started knocking in threes, that pretty much gave the Knicks the momentum that they needed to increase the lead and eventually just blow the Sixers out the water. And since the OG trade, we've always talked about, okay, the Knicks need a backup point guard. What move we're gonna make for the Knicks to get that backup point guard. And if McBride can play like this, it's worth a look from the Knicks, because the Knicks have about a month to go to that trade deadline. If McBride can continue to put in performances like this, I'm not saying that the Knicks should stay intact, because I still think the Knicks are one move away from becoming a legit championship team. But I do think that McBride does have a month to make a case for himself to be like, you know what? You don't need another backup point guard. I'm that guy.
Yeah.
And I'm going to provide that scoring off the bench that you need to get this team to the next level. So, but McBride was impressive tonight, defensively and offensively.
I disagree. I understand what Ryan's saying, and I think it kind of parlays into what Ebony preaches, which is free as meat. Like, why spend capital if you can build it in-house? I get that, but McBride has a potential to be he already is a great defender, potential to be a very good three-point shooter. He's just not the playmaker. And I think it's very important that backup PG has playmaker in their cachet, the same way Emmanuel Quickly did. That's how you really replace Quickly. Yeah, you can guard the point of attack. Yes, you can hit that clutch three, but can you playmate and make the guys around you better? And those guys on the bench, Grimes and DiVincenzo, they need that. They need to have their offense initiated. You got to have playmaking. I don't think playmaking is in McBride's bad, even at peak McBride. That's why I'm really advocating for that Brogdon, Clarkson, or Tyus Jones trade.
And I agree, Lee. Don't get me wrong. Like, I do think the Knicks need a playmaker. I do think the Knicks do need to make that one move. I'm just trying to be fair to McBride because he had a good performance tonight. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe the Knicks don't need to be in a rush to make that trade before the trade deadline. At least give McBride a chance to see what he can do. And then if you don't think that he's impressive enough and the Knicks need to make that next move, then he made that next move. That's all I'm really trying to say.
Okay.
Now, I agree, Lee, but I think that's what the Knicks are thinking anyway. To me, when they gave him the extension, it signaled, hey, we have some trust in you, and we're going to give you some time. And I think they will make the move. And I feel like this is like a little trial period. But you're absolutely right, Lee. I was thinking the same thing because the way McBride scored today was kind of like sitting in the corner and being off ball, kind of like, old school Robert Horry type of role with the Lakers. But what we really need from that point guard spot is somebody who can play make. Now, in that second half, they knew the scouting report was updated. It was like, oh, we can't let him shoot threes. So they was running him off the 3-point line, and then he got a little bit frazzled in the second half, and he didn't really score. But it's hey, the first step is to hit the open shot. That you got that down. Next step is to learn how to play off of your gravity now that you're a 3-point threat and you're starting to be on the scouting report and start to make plays for others. Because you can make plays for others if you become that 3-point sniper and start to break down defense and get assists that way if that is your game. So I'm happy for Deuce McBride. Now it's time to make that next step in your maturation process and start to play make and do it something else besides that corner three. But great game from Deuce McBride. The defense was there. The 3-point shooting was there. Let's grow this young man. Let's Let's be like old school Toronto, where we getting these guys in the 58th pick in the second round, and nobody's thinking about them and develop them and do something with them. You know what I mean? That would be great for us.
I love Deuce because he plays my favorite side of the basketball court. So definitely he always with his little bit of minutes, he always seems to make an impact some way. So to see him get some shots up, I was like, okay. And then it kind of seemed like he didn't play. I don't think he played in the second quarter at all, though, did he?
The second quarter, no, he played the second quarter. He played the second quarter, end of the third, beginning of the fourth.
Oh, okay, because it didn't seem like he sat for a very long time after those 4 3-pointers, because I know Brunson had went off.
Yeah.
But I'm just hope that it gives him some confidence. He can build on this. I was saying that I think he can do it. When you don't have a handle or you have lack of creativity, you just got to add more movement and more picks and things of that nature, which I think we saw with that second unit. The ball did not stop moving, and that's hard to guard no matter who's on the court. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you're hitting a shot when you're open. Then it's really hard to guard. It doesn't. Then that handle, not having a handle or getting to a bucket is not as important because they're so tight on you that you can easily. Right. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, and that's where Hartenstein came in too, because Hartenstein, he came in at the end of that third quarter, and he was able to have Deuce kind of be off ball. Like one of the plays of the game was when Deuce was cutting off ball. Hartenstein gave it to Deuce. Then MB went to help, and then Deuce passed it back to Hartenstein for the dunk. So
yeah, and Hart also does a decent job of finding people and pushing and trying to get people easy buckets. So we can't focus. I don't think we have a team where we should focus solely on just one person. We have to do it really as a team, and you see when it does, it's easy peasy it's easy work when you do it. 45 points from your bench, and you didn't even need anything. You got 8 points from Julius Randle. If we said we won by 30 and Julius had scored 8 points, you'd have said, "What are you drinking?"
Yeah, I agree because I'm not gonna hold you. I was nervous to start the game, but I give the first half to me belonged to 3 people. The first half to me belonged to Brunson, DiVincenzo, and McBride. Like, to me, at least offensively anyway. At least defensively, the team was the team. The team defensively was just good from 1 to 15.
I got to put my emergency exit up there for that first half. I'm sorry. Josh Hart, he was a big part of that push too, on both sides. I think in that first half, not only with his rebounding, but he had hit a couple shots. One was the buzzer, again being an emergency exit. One was for the buzzer for I think it was the first quarter to send us to the second, and the other one was he beat a shot clock violation.
Right.
So I think he did a pretty good job offensively too. That first. It seemed like he was everywhere, basically, on both sides to me in that first half.
Now, Josh Hart did a thing. Josh Hart forced 20. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said I would add him on the list too.
Josh Hart. Okay, when I say that, when I'm talking about scoring specifically, Josh Hart is Mr. Intangible. He had 15 rebounds. He pushed the pace. He was plus 46. All the small things you can't really quantify in a game, Josh Hart did, and that's why I feel like a lot of fans kind of underrate him because he's not scoring a lot of points, but he was a big reason why we won today. He filled in for DiVincenzo when he wasn't able to play, and even though he wasn't hitting shots really when DiVincenzo was out, he was still able to grab really tough rebounds and start us in transition, so he affected the game another way.
But he was 4 for 7. That's not bad.
Yeah, 4 for 7 isn't bad.
Yeah, he just couldn't hit a 3-pointer, but he's 4 for 7.
Right. But like 15 rebounds from your 6'4" guard is another level.
Hey, Jay.
What's up?
I want to say, bro, we got 107 people, 109 people in the chat
Let's
right
go.
now. And I want to say something. I've noticed the views don't have gone up, both on the playback and in the live, when Ebony joined the show. It is guaranteed she has brought an audience to us, and she has inspired people to start watching us and choose us over the other shows that are going on at the same time. Shout out Ebony, absolute rookie of the year.
Let's go.
Don't put that pressure on me.
No,
Y'all
naturally, girl.
wonderful.
You got
Y'all
natural
wonderful
pressure.
too. Don't put that pressure on me.
Basically, Ebony's our OG right now. She's our
That's
OG
a fact.
now, yo.
That's a fact.
That's stupid.
Absolutely. Well said.
Nah, I appreciate it though. I appreciate the love from everybody. Definitely. Love
Exactly.
talking basketball with you guys.
Absolutely love talking basketball with you too. But I mean, let me get back to what I noticed in the first quarter. Like I felt like DiVincenzo was keeping us in the game with his moving 3-point shooting, which is why every time I see DiVincenzo catch a ball from like 20 feet behind the 3-point line and bail us out with a quick 3 when the defense is all over us, I keep thinking, man, do I want to move that to the bench? He's perfect for us in the starting lineup. I like him in the starting lineup. I don't know. I want to keep that going. So if it wasn't for Trouch, we probably would have done that a lot more. But I like that. But also, I want to big up Jalen Brunson because I think the scouting report on Jalen Brunson now is just to beat him up. I really do. I think the scouting report on Jalen Brunson is beat him up, but do it like old school Kevin Garnett way, where you like grab his arm, elbow him, but do it in a way where the refs can't see it. So you get away, so you wear him down over time, and then he gets frustrated, and then he's not coming back on defense. Like I feel like that's a scouting report.
It's the clinching method. Like you gotta when people are like Jalen Brunson, you have to try anything, and they will try anything. So first it becomes the junk talk. They'll try. Once they see that doesn't work, then they start beating up on you. But once they see that doesn't work, then they just try to figure maybe we could wear on you. So you know how a boxer in a fight, he'll clinch when he maybe feeling the person too powerful or fast, he start clinching, you know, I'll wear you down eventually. And that's what I think they hope to do with Jalen Brunson. Like eventually this will take its toll and it maybe slow him down towards the end of the game, you know?
Right.
And you know, you got to try anything when you're that type of player, you know, only you really can stop you. So if I can get into your head a little bit, I did my job.
Because Batum, if you watch the game, Batum was following Jalen Brunson from the bathroom to the court.
He was. That's what you're supposed to do. If he go tie his shoe, you go tie your shoe with him.
Yo,
go tie his shoes together.
I never
That's
seen
what you do.
Man, I never seen nobody guard Brunson the way he was guarding Brunson in the first half. I was like, man, he wasn't even trying to let him get the ball to the point where it like the passing angles was weird for passes, like getting little shots off was weird. They was trying to screen him. He was fighting over screens. Mm-hmm. And then he just went off. He just went to the step back 3. And then he just started cooking him 17 points in the second quarter.
But I think that's what physical play does for him. It makes him mad now because he started talking junk. He stepped back and he looking at Maxey now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
He gave him a little chip on the shoulder. So I said, go ahead and keep doing that. Go ahead. Go give him extra motivation, whatever.
Nah. Go ahead. You want to say something, Ryan?
Yeah, I was just going to say one thing right quick. I think people need to start putting respect on Brunson's name because I know there was a whole thing on social media when Becky Hammond made those comments, but this is why Brunson is a 1A player because it doesn't matter who you put on Brunson because it was damn Nicholas Batum.
Yeah.
On Brunson, dude's like 6'8", long as hell. It don't matter. It doesn't matter who you put on Brunson. Brunson's still getting buckets. It doesn't matter. And that's what you call a true 1A player right there. A guy that it don't matter who you put on him, he's getting buckets straight.
Didn't he have that play where he went straight at Embiid, and I think it was Batum or Harris who fouled him? It was like 2-on-1 when he got the N1. Mm-hmm. Remember, I was surprised he got that shot off.
Me too.
Like, how did he get that off?
Me too. He tried to float right over Embiid. I was like, oh. And he made it. Like, okay, cool. One A teams over here. I see you, Brunson.
The not 1A just beat a 1A supposedly who never been anywhere though.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Who is
fact,
the
Brunson
better
has
1-2
probably
brunch? Brunson and Hartenstein or
been
Maxey
further, right?
and Embiid? I don't know. A shout to Randall. I'm not trying to disrespect you. I just got an off game. You'll be back. You'll be back next game, Randall. You'll be back next game.
Oh yeah, in fact, two Knicks chicks. Shout out to two Knicks chicks. She said, "Don't forget to vote." Yes, please, because the Randall is not top 10, even though he ain't do himself any favors today. But he's not top 10. He's not top 10.
Oh my god.
And Brunson's number 6 in the votes. That can't be. So yeah, let's vote, people, please.
Yeah, man. Randall not playing offensively well on national TV. Not a good look for his all-star voting. So we're gonna have to vote doubly. I'm sorry. My first bruh pick is to the fans. All right, I'm sorry.
Bruh.
I'm doing bruh picks early. There is no way in hell Kyle Kuzma should be beating Julius Randle in all-star voting. No way in hell. I know some of you guys might like the way he wears pink sweaters and everything, but Julius Randle is a better basketball player than Kyle Kuzma. All right? I'm sorry. Bare minimum. All right. Get back to basketball.
I don't know. I'm convinced. I know that they have these things, the bots. You could buy bots to be views and stuff like that. So could you buy bots to get votes? Is that possible? We need to start looking into stuff like that too.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because I heard, like in streaming, a lot of the higher, like big, then you be like, who's watching that? A lot of times nobody. It's bots.
That's a fact. If you want to vote, shoot, we need to put the vote. We need to put the vote in the chat. But it's definitely in the community. It's definitely in the community tab in the KO on the KOT YouTube, and is on the Twitter as well. I'll have a link to vote. Votes count 3 times today. You might want to vote before midnight. I don't know. You might want to vote before midnight. But definitely vote our guys in there because they definitely deserve it. All right. And I also want to give some props to Grimes too. I got to give some props to Grimes too, because Quentin Grimes has been getting some disrespect, and we need some respect on his name. He's still a young guy. He's still on a rookie contract. There was a time in the fourth quarter where we was trying to figure out where the scoring is going to come from, and Quentin Grimes answered the bell. I think he had 17 points in the fourth quarter alone, but 3 threes and ones. Yeah. All that. We even saw Quentin Grimes run off a screen. Right, yo, Tim was coaching today, man. You can't tell me Tim was coaching today.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate it.
Can't tell me Tim was coaching today.
Can we continue that? More of it, please.
Please. Hartenstein running the offense in the fourth quarter and Quentin Grimes running off of screens. You can't tell me Tim was coaching today, man.
Yep. And he sat Julius. Accountability. I bang with that. I can rock with that. But every time I say I can rock with that, Tim show me why I can't rock with him. I'm scared now. I'm scared.
Nah, you know what the deal is? It's because of the trade. That's why. Because they brought an OG and Tips is like, you know what? This is one of the guys that I want in the squad. So Tips is like, you know what? You got me one of my guys. So the coaching is gonna turn up now. Now I'm gonna really start coaching. That's what Tips is on.
That's right.
So. I don't care what did it. Just do it. Because you're the coach of my team. I can't, I'm stuck.
Mm-hmm. You stuck. That's fine. I'm fine being stuck with at least a good coach and see what we got. We got the pieces we want now. I actually like a lot of the pieces we have. I feel really good about this. This is the best I felt about this team ever since we started doing KOT. Straight up. We've been doing this show since 2016, not this version. We started it on SoundCloud for a while. We had a whole different crew. Shout out to Edson, Sean,
in the garage.
In the garage. Shout out to the originators. Kathy kind of looked like she probably related to you. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of look like cousins. Then went on to YouTube, and now it's a whole new crew, and we started to see the Knicks win and looking more and more like contenders every day. It's a good time to be a Knicks fan. It's a good time to be a Knicks fan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What's the next game?
I think tomorrow, right?
Oh yeah, next game is tomorrow. Next game is tomorrow.
Easy dub.
Easy dub.
Oh, it's Wizards then Portland.
Wizards
Easy dub.
in Portland.
Yeah, tomorrow's Wizards. Yeah.
You know what? What we'll do tomorrow? We're gonna we'll have our conversation about backup point guards tomorrow. We'll hold that for tomorrow. It's gonna be a Wizards game. I feel like I already know what's coming.
Yeah, you already know who I want. As free as me.
You want free? I know you want
me.
Free. You want bargain bin prices? Free 99. I know what you.
you got the big chips already. Why you gonna go get something else and screw it up?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm cool with Malcolm Brogdon for. Well, we gonna do tomorrow though?
Yeah,
we gonna deep dive into those guys. We gonna talk about the good, the bad. I'm gonna do my. I'm gonna have you with the stats. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, Monday, 12 noon, we got Mike Scotto coming. 12 noon, we got Mike Scott. So, yeah, I know Ryan and Lee aren't available. Ebony, if you're available, let me know.
Okay.
But we got Mike Scotto, so we're gonna talk about trade rumors with him. NBA insider for Hoops Hype, very knowledgeable. Should be a great conversation. So shout out to Mike. Can't wait to have him on here. So stay tuned for that. All right. Cool. Let's get it. Shout out to the chat, and then we get into the Udinborough picks. All right. Unless you guys have something else to say.
Hold on, let me see. I feel like I did have something else to say, and I can't remember.
Oh, I got your notes. Well, you don't look at your notes.
Yeah, nah, just so I don't forget what I want to say to y'all.
I hear you.
Oh, 7. Did we mention about the 7 people in double digits? Did we talk about?
No, we did not talk about
that's
7.
Big. That's pretty big.
That's sharing the ball. What's the assist numbers today? Numbers
I
today?
think it was 27.
Not bad.
27 when I looked.
Not bad. We had 29 the other day. 27 today.
We had 27 today.
27.
We had 33 fast break points. What?
Yeah.
That's forcing those turnovers. Yeah.
And then we didn't allow them to get too much in the transition. They had 16, 33 to 16.
And we held them to, I think 26% from 3. I'm going off memory though. Yep. Yeah, 26% from 3, 40% from the field, under 100 points. And the 76ers are top 2 defense, and we had 75 points at halftime.
Season high
and 128 points to end the game. So we gave the top defense 128 points and held them to under 100 points. If that's not a statement win, I don't know what is.
Philly's number 1 in net rating. They're number 2, I think, in defense, and they're definitely top 10 in offense. I think even top 5 in offense as well. So
holding a top 5 offensive team to 92 points.
And speaking of 1A too, before we close out, I just seen, I think it was Nick Muse or one of the New York basketball pages put that Brunson's top 5 in scoring, like
in 2024, right?
Total points.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh, total points in general. Yeah.
Total points in general. He's number 5 exactly. But when you think about it, because everybody else that's on that list is MVP candidates.
Listen, you know what it is? He started. You know what it is? Like, he started slow. But it's kind of like last season. Last season, once Brunson hit January, like, check his stats for Brunson from January on. He was averaging 27 points a game from January till April, and then gave the Heat 30. Averaged 30 against the Heat, one of the top defenses in the league. So I already knew when everybody was worried about him not scoring and all this. I was like, I'm not worried about Brunson. I'm not worried about
it. It's no phones today, right? You said?
Yo, there's no calls. I'm sorry, there's no calls today, Fritz. I'm sorry. My laptop is down today, but it'll be back up tomorrow when I get my charger.
I am not one to criticize guys once they're traded or be leaving free agency. I'm gonna try my best to not be offensive, but damn, the spacing has improved so much with RJ Barrett not out there and OG in there instead. It's not knocking his character. I'm not saying anything about who he is as a person. Just as a basketball player, the spacing has improved dramatically, and the ball is moving much more now that he and IQ aren't there. Both of them, and this is not necessarily a bad thing, more so with IQ, not a bad thing. But when they got the ball, they looked to create their own shot.
Yeah.
If it wasn't there, they would either force it, RJ especially, or IQ. He would maybe do some playmaking, or he would do another move, a different counter to get open and then try to get a shot. Now you have a lot of guys who that's not the way they think. They're outside of Randall and Brunson. They're a bunch of playmakers, and you're seeing it from the 1 through 5 position. Everyone is passing a rock, and that trade has done so much for the continuity and chemistry of our roster as it has for just overall skill on a defensive end. It's been incredible.
Yeah. No, I agree. The spacing, I remember having debates with different people who were like, OG only scores 15 points a game. We're losing 20 points per game in the starting lineup. How are we going to make it up? Well, you make it up because now that you have extra spacing, one, Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson will be able to score more efficiently with less effort across from that's how you have 30-point two players having 30-point games versus the Bulls. And I feel like the assists will go up as well. Today Julius Randle had a bad game, but like even the passing lanes are wider. So when people are cutting, there's more room to operate and finish at the rim. So we kind of make it up by committee because the extra spacing is just going to allow us to do different things. And today the defense was just amazing. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, I just want to add one thing right quick because I've had conversations with a lot of Knicks fans over the trade, and and I think a lot of people, what they fail to realize is that sometimes they just look at the player itself and be like, you know what, RJ Barrett can do this, that, and that. OG can only do this and this. So that means RJ Barrett's a better player. So why are we trading away a better player for a player who's not as good? And I think sometimes people fail to realize fit within a team. They just look at the player itself and be like, you know what, this player is so great. This player is so good. And we're bringing in a player that's not as good. That's a bad trade and blah, blah, blah. But they fail to realize that player we're bringing in is a better fit with the starting lineup than the players that we traded out to the team. And sometimes it's not all about getting the big score because the Knicks already got Jalen Brunson. The Knicks already got Julius Randle. Those guys can drop buckets at will.
Yeah.
All the Knicks really need is guys that fit into the starting lineup with those guys. And now you add a guy, OG Anunoby, where not only can he knock down the three, because the way the Knicks run their offense, the corner three is very important, and RJ Barrett was in that position. RJ Barrett can't knock in the corner threes like that. He misses. He's not a good three-point shooter. Now you bring in a guy who can knock in the three-point shot, and on top of that, he's a better defender than RJ Barrett. He improves the team defense tremendously. So not all the time it's about bringing in the better player. Sometimes it's all about fit. Sometimes if the fit is right, that could propel a team to the next level.
Hey Jay, clip that, record it, put it on YouTube.
Facts. I
That's
always
right there.
Boom.
I always tell people you can't, just because one person is good on another team doesn't mean that they're going to be good on ours. Like you see the Jordan Pools, you see it. Just because you could put the ball in the hoop for one team doesn't mean you could do it in another system. That's not. So you gotta be careful with players you put around who you have. You have to. I always make fun of Josh Hart as being an emergency exit, but now we got better emergency exits. So when they do need bailout, which they do happen to do all the time, that they have an OG who's more efficient on that, end in that nature. It's just that, I get it that we weren't going to be able to pay quickly. That was a big, spark off our bench and a big impact for our team and our identity. That was something we took pride in, is that we did have that coming off the bench. So, to replace that in the fandom, you get what I'm saying, being a draft pick and getting to see him grow and everything we asked him to do, he did. So I can understand people's feelings towards the players that are there, but it is a better fit, as Ryan was saying. It definitely was a better fit. We have somebody because we have ball dominant players. So you don't need anybody else that needs the ball in their hand in that starting unit. Just somebody that can catch when they're open and hit the shot and defend, because our 2 stars, they're not that good on that end. So you need somebody to help them out. And they picked the perfect person, because OG could guard two for one in one possession.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, they definitely it plugged a crazy hole, a flaw that we needed, and it allows Julius to really be comfortable in his game and not have to try to do something or be something he's not.
Everybody drop hashtag ROTY Rookie of the Year in the chat right now. I want to see it. Drop that Rookie of the Year in the chat.
Let's go.
Back-to-back great
All
take.
fire takes.
Oh, more fire. All right, let's go. man, yeah, I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see OG's role moving forward, because they're starting to throw in a little bit of RJ sets and see what he does with it. I'm not sure if you guys noticed that. Like they're starting to feed him a couple like dribble handoffs, go into the hole, and they started to have him create a little more, because first quarter they were shutting off Randall, they were shutting off Brunson. He had no choice. Like he had no choice. He was like, I gotta try to do something. And then I felt like they were trying to play through him a little bit more with the second unit. So this is gonna be the next phase of what he can do. Toronto fans will say he has problems dribbling, putting more than 3 dribbles together. But I've also seen people say that his drives have improved. So straight line drive should be good for him. He's been able to finish well this season as well. He's been finishing well at the rim. So that's gonna be the next step. And if he starts to be able to be that type of playmaker, that'll be great for us, because we'll have the defense and we'll have the playmaking, and it'll be a great look for the Knicks, man. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. All right.
So,
I definitely I'm gonna keep my eye. I told y'all what I'm keeping my eye out on, because he showed a little. It was a little skeptical, but he did do one little drive, but it was nothing. They didn't cut him off. So like you said, it was a line drive. He didn't have to change directions or anything of that nature to pull off. So I didn't get to see, but I need to see what that mid-range game pull-up area, his shot create him for himself.
His mid-range is okay. Like I saw the stats. His mid-range is okay. He just can't do. He got to keep it simple. That's what it is.
I see that, and that's cool, because again, we have ball dominant stars, so he doesn't need to do too much that right now.
Yeah.
But, maybe in the playoffs, who knows, when the court gets a little bit smaller. I think him being in that corner help it be a lot bigger though for this playoffs. To be honest, him and Dante helped that.
Yeah.
If we had them with Miami, we might be talking about what it looked like us playing against Denver, and we took Denver. We took Denver in the season series. I ain't saying nothing. We did.
You did. You sure did. We sure did.
We took them last
year.
You sure
did. Mitch kind of was wearing down on them.
Yeah, we're not going to revisit history, but what if, right? Only if we had them last year.
We'll see. We gonna see. All right. But yo, good chat. Yo, it was a lot. Let me get these super chat, because I see y'all donating. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Alexander sends a $5 super chat. It says, our ceiling is now feeling like the floor. Things that make you go, ceiling is feeling like the floor. I kind of like that. Our ceiling is kind of feeling like the floor. I feel like expectations for us are growing game by game. That's for sure.
Up.
499 super chat from 2 Nick chicks says, great content, keep it coming, Knicks all day. Appreciate you. I mean, bringing the ladies over here. I like that. I think we got a total of 7 ladies now who joined the KO, who watch KOT. We got 2 Knicks chicks.
My stepmom's one of them.
You got your stepmom?
Oh, okay.
Also,
real,
she loves Brian too.
My mama being here too. I feel you, Lee.
It's like two Knicks chicks. I know we got Glamour, we got Pamela, we got moms, stepmoms. Yeah, we out here. We out here, all right.
Outside.
I'm gonna check them. I'm gonna check the demo stats tomorrow.
It's somebody else. There's another super chat.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to.
Yeah, it's up above.
Can you find me?
Early in the chat.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Then we got Silk Newton sends a 499 super chat, says new hashtag that dude Hartenstein. Yeah, Hartenstein was a beast today.
Yes.
Yeah.
T-shirts coming soon.
Yo,
Yeah,
man.
I got some too. Watch, I gonna
Yo.
laugh because you already know who won it.
Man, I'm scared.
Let's go.
Yo, I've been scared to make shirts based on players because you just never know, man. You spend all this time designing the shirt and then they get traded and it's just like
I don't know how true it is, but if you do like a collage or if it's art, then you good.
I guess because when I saw a T-shirt that was nice, it's like, oh, look at that collage of all the players that's gonna be here, that's here this year. I'm just like, that shirt is not gonna age well in like 2 weeks. After that thing's gonna be gone.
If it's your art, if you alter it or some of that nature, like you draw it or digitally draw it like that, then you should be in the clear because it's your work.
Oh no, I feel you. Like I don't know, we know Ebony. Like I draw.
Nah, I know. That's the only way they allow stuff like that.
Yeah.
I believe that they won't come back saying give not deceased.
Yeah,
give me
yeah.
my monies.
Now shout out to the people. Like shout out to Gamer Channel. Actually, he bought a Mitch shirt. I drew like a Mitch shirt from back in the day. He has one. And I had a RJ. I don't think I drew a RJ. I just had a. There's been a few. But after like Kevin Noss got traded, I was like, I ain't drawing.
He said, I'm not investing my art into this team.
Just be traded next week.
I think you'll be safe with the Jalen Brunson shirt though.
I think so, man. Yeah, you're right.
You'll be safe with the Jalen Brunson shirt.
And the Tibbs, for real. I don't know. I'm starting to think he got a list out.
Yo,
he got some dirt on the front office.
Nah,
yo, just put Brunson and Tibbs on the shirt together. You'll be safe.
Yo, man,
I can't wear that shirt, Jay. I can't wear. That shirt.
Yo, Ebony, I'll give you the shirt, Ebony. If you
I can't. I'm sorry. I have to support you another way.
Yo, I had a Fizdale shirt. That was fire. That shirt is worthless now.
I did like 19 games.
It's worthless. It said take that for dad on the back. It was a drawing with him and his glasses and everything. Oh, that shirt is worthless.
Have me thinking Emmanuel Moutier had another level.
Oh my
God.
God.
So gullible. I was so mad.
We got KOT snapbacks though. We got that. We got TLT snapbacks. KOT virus is coming. KOT virus is coming.
Oh,
The
hell
KO
yeah.
Tibbs show. That's funny.
Man.
Alexander called us the KO Tibbs show.
The KO Tibbs show. Yeah. Yo,
I can't be part of that show.
Honestly, I can't either.
That's too far. That's too far, Alex.
You gone too far.
Too far, Alex. How dare you? Lucky you a mod, sir.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry to break it to y'all. With the way the Knicks going right now, Tibbs gonna be here for the next 10 years. I'm sorry.
That's the fact.
Tibbs gonna be here for the next 10 years, yo.
He is.
Yo.
So is Leon.
I mean, he's gonna be Tib Popovich soon. He's gonna be here forever.
Tibbs inspiring Kerr over there in Golden State Warriors.
Oh man,
He inspiring Kerr.
that's a fact.
No.
Let's get to it, yo. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Now it is time for the. Wait, my bad. It's time for the bruh picks, right? Because I don't know. I got bruh picks are, for people who don't know, are usually the worst plays of the game. Sometimes it doesn't have to be this game. Sometimes it can be another game, and sometimes it doesn't even have to reference a game. It can just be something stupid, something dumb that happened, or somebody said. We just point it out, and we just go, bruh, that was stupid. All right. So let's get to it. Ryan G, I know you loading up the clip like the Medea meme. What's your bruh picks today?
I hate to do it because I like this dude. I think he has a great podcast. It's
I knew it.
entertaining at times. But no, this man's about to get another bruh, Gilbert Arenas. Because the other day, this guy was basically saying how the Knicks do not have great talent evaluators and how they can't pick out how they can't pick out talent like a Anthony Edwards. And then this man had the nerve to mention Jalen Green as one of the top talents in the NBA when the dude has been struggling this season. Well, now another clip came out today where my man doubled down on that.
Oh my God.
And basically said that if the Knicks were to offer Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle in a trade for Jalen Green, the Rockets would say no.
Bruh. I'm sorry. I didn't see the rest of that clip. There was dead silence when he said that. He's sitting there with 3 or 4 people.
Dead silence. Nobody agrees.
Dead silence. So I know if I say something crazy, y'all gonna stop me. Better than I know Anthony's gonna be like, I ain't on that one. Like, I ain't on. Y'all scared of Gilbert that much that y'all not gonna say nothing. This is why I need to bring Nico back, all right? Because Nico wouldn't allow that stuff to go down.
Exactly.
Bring back Nico.
Because I'm like, yo, how can you? Because I'm not questioning Gilbert Arenas' basketball knowledge.
I'm questioning Gilbert Arenas' basketball.
The dude has played ball. The dude has played in the NBA. A lot of times he makes good, good picks. He says a lot of, things that make sense when it comes to NBA basketball. But I'm like, yo, he was way far off the cliff when he said that. Because I'm like, yo, if the Knicks were dumb enough to offer Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle for Jalen Green, the Rockets would get that. The Rockets would make that trade in a damn heartbeat because right now the Rockets are good
with Udoka.
Jalen Green struggling as it is. If they were to add Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle to that roster with Ime Udoka as coach,
dynasty.
Come on now, I understand defending your own takes, but come on, your first original take was egregious, and then you double down on that same egregious take. Come on now,
bruh. Hall of Fame. That was crazy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And my next bro pick goes to resident Knicks hater Stephen A. Smith, who claims to be a Knicks fan, but he doesn't seem like it a lot of times. Because this man was on ESPN the other day complaining about the Knicks making the OG trade, saying that it doesn't move the needle, saying that the Knicks need to make a star trade for Donovan Mitchell, and basically saying that this trade for Knicks don't mean much. Now, all of a sudden, this man tweets tonight talking about he's excited about the Knicks because the Knicks blew out the Sixers by 36. Like, come on, my guy. Like, you know that when the Knicks made that trade, it was a significant piece that the Knicks added to the roster. And you there chastising the Knicks that have the nerve to come back 3 days later just because they blow out the Sixers and say that you're excited about the Knicks. Yeah. Get out of here, my guy. Whose man is this? Whose man is this?
Who man is that? That's y'all man's man. He makes me sick every time he talks. He makes me sick. Every time he talks about the Knicks, he makes me sick. I'm like, it's all theater, though. It's all theater, though. It's theater. It's Broadway.
I'm on a new wave, and I hope maybe everybody can join me. I won't be retweeting anything Stephen A. and them say, especially Gilbert, because at this point it has to be for clicks. Because no way you can believe some of these takes, and I'm not gonna help you get that. So I might click on it and watch it or see or hear about it, because I still didn't watch that whole Gilbert Arenas clip. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. After the first one, I couldn't do the second.
That's a fact. I watched the first 10 seconds of that clip, but I shut it off. I was like,
I can't watch that second clip. I definitely couldn't, because that definitely was my bro picks, both of them, Stephen A. and Gilbert. Because it's just like the game of basketball doesn't need your shenanigans. There's enough shenanigans going on in it already. You don't need to add it, So
that's a fact.
It is what it is. But I have a bro pick too.
What's up?
I definitely since we just played them and he was in the building, my personal GOAT was in the building today.
Oh, Iverson.
AI,
Yeah.
I gotta give bruh to the 76ers organization. No way you got AI in your pocket. He not on some type of part of your team.
Bruh.
And he wants to be. He's begging. I want a job. I will work for you. Basically, you got AI. I'm here.
Yeah, that's
You
crazy.
get the bruh today for that.
That's a fact. Yeah, AI working with Maxi. Yeah, that's just listen. that's
Right
a ball
there.
drop. For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
I agree.
I got a bro pick, but first I'm gonna do an oop pick.
Okay.
I appreciate all y'all being so supportive of my mom. Did her knee surgery, healing. She has been a warrior. She's been iHeart in the rehab center. She walked yesterday 51 feet, which is the longest she's walked unaided in about 4 or 5 years.
Let's go.
Without a walker, without a cane, nothing, just on her own. 51 steps is huge. It sounds nothing because we take life for granted and our health for granted. But for my mom, huge oop pick has been mom's. Bruh pick. I'm gonna switch gears here. Jason Whitlock.
Oh, what did he say now? Oh man.
I don't know if y'all follow him on Twitter, but he posted a very boomer pic of him taking a photo of his laptop. He was on a website. And he called the website out for why do you guys have pornographic ads? There's an ad that was on the screen. I'm not gonna repeat it because I'm trying to be more PG here lately. It's a show for kids. I want kids to be able to watch. You're right. I shouldn't mention some people I mentioned. I agree. So there's this porn ad, and he takes a picture, uploaded to Twitter, and he's like, "Hey, at whatever company it was, why are you allowing pornographic images and ads to be on your screen?"
Oh my god!
I mean, the quote tweets. My favorite was the kid Miro. He's like, "Bro, those are targeted ads. It's based on your cookies. What it's going to, it repopulates that on the websites you visit to get you to keep visiting those websites."
Bruh.
I encourage everyone to get on Twitter and go look and see what kind of ad it was. The man has been dragged. He stood 10 toes deep in that, defending his apparently not watching porn tape for a solid 5 hours last night. It was pure enjoyment, but I was stoned on my couch, laughing my ass off at all the shenanigans. Absolutely hilarious. Bum pick of the night, bro pick of the night, Jason Whitlock, who stays bumming.
Oh man,
you got to take the L when you getting roasted by Domino's and stuff. Domino's.
What did Domino's do? What did he say?
Domino's screenshotted what they see on that same page, and it was Domino's because you get what I'm saying. I'm gonna look for my own stuff. So when they screenshot theirs, it was just Domino's. Like a ad to visit Domino's. So you already know when you getting roasted by Domino's, you got to take that L.
So go hide. On the screen is porn and pizza.
Oh man!
I'm surprised pizza wasn't on Jason Whitlock's too. Porn and pizza just makes no much sense. But Jason Whitlock, that's who conservatives have to listen to about sport. It's Jason Whitlock.
Oh man! All right,
bro, it's hilarious.
All right, bro, pick for sure Jason Whitlock's for not deleting these cookies, sir. Bruh.
Then he tried to get all indignant about it. Like, look what the world has become. No, look what you are.
Become. Your mom is ashamed of you. Oh my god. All right.
It's okay, Jason. There's a lot of guys out there who watch OnlyFans, Pornhub, and all that stuff. Look, a lot of guys do it. It's okay, Jason. It's all right. You're not the only one. It's okay.
It is okay.
Play it off, play dumb. Play it off, play dumb.
Jason Whitlock just does it a lot, so
Oh man. All right. We're about here. Basketball and Jason Whitlock dates. We're about KOT. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. All right. Shout out to everybody in chat. Shout out to 19 Common, NYC84, JT Reddick, Alexander, Fritz, the best mod in the game. Who am I missing? Everybody. Humble down, everybody. If you like the show, hit that like and subscribe. and share as well. We're here after every game talking that Knicks basketball. And hopefully we see you a lot more. And hopefully we're winning a lot more. I'm hoping we go on a 9-game winning streak or something. Because we went on a 9-game winning streak around this time last year. It's about time to get another one. Once we beat the 76ers, everybody else is food. So it's time to eat. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Revenge time, too, for some teams.
Yeah, looking for revenge. I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. That's our show. That's our show. Good show, guys. Guys, so you know what? Let us know. Yeah. So Ebony, let us know where you can find you, Ebony.
You can find me here. Every post game, I don't fall asleep. Right here. And also you can find me pregame on Twitter at Your Take Knicks. Before every game. And yeah, that's that. Oh, Instagram. I'm getting better, I think. Soon come. I'll be my Instagram gonna be right. But yeah, that's it.
All right. Lee, let them know. Let them know, Lee.
You know, you can find me on Twitter at _Lee Escobedo, LEEESCOBEDO, or just go to the search bar, #bum. One of my threads will probably pop up. You know what time it is? It's book club time.
Let's go.
Today, I read The Same River Twice, Honoring the Difficult by the great Alice Walker, another Southern like myself, brilliant writer, brilliant screenwriter as well. She wrote The Color Purple, the original novel, and she wrote the screenplay. She's one of my favorite writers of all time. And this book is especially pertinent because the new Color Purple adaptation's out, the musical. So this is basically a journal of all of her notes that she took while the movie was being made, and she was working alongside Quincy Jones, who was pivotal in having a movie started and made and financed, and the great Steven Spielberg. So it's awesome conversation between her and Quincy Jones. You learn a lot about Quincy Jones' background in supporting the Black arts, especially Black theater, dance, and film. You also learn a lot about Alice Walker and what it was like to have a great novel about strong female characters adapted by a white Jewish man, and the pros and cons that came along with that. It also shows why it's pertinent now for a film of this adaptation to be directed by an African-American person. But it was a miracle it got produced at all. If you read this book, you understand why and all the hardships she went through, depressive episodes and anxiety, and she getting this movie made, and why telling the story of Celie was so important to her, and having that type of character on screen by a great and brilliant Whoopi Goldberg, my favorite debut performance of all time. Shout out. Great book right here, Honoring the Difficult, The Same River Twice by Alice Walker.
All right, shout out.
Definitely check that out.
Definitely.
Real quick, I forgot because Lee just reminded me. I always got a prop. But I had a special book for what I think of this new Knick team right here. I don't know if y'all can see that.
What is it?
It's so dog wrong. DAWG.
This is Go Dog Go.
Look, I'm trying to
Go
Dog.
Love it.
Team full of dogs.
Go
dog. Go dog go.
Go Dog Go. I like that. Yo, I had an ex who snuck to meet Alex Walker. She was obsessed with her, yo. She hid in the bathroom for a show and put on a dress, and it was something you see out of a movie. Yo, it's crazy. But yo, Ryan G, let them know where you can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at RyanGKOT. You can also find me on Instagram at Sir G is Chillin'.
Sir G is chilling.
That is SIR. G is CHILLIN. And again, the Knick of Time show is the only Knicks podcast where you can talk Knicks basketball and have a book club review at the end of the damn show. Let's go.
Let's go. Where but here? Nowhere. All right. All right. Yeah, you can find us at the KOT Show on Twitter, the Knick of Time on Show on Instagram, and Knick Time Show on Facebook. Also, everywhere you can find a podcast, listen to us. Knick of Time Show. Listen to us at work. Listen to us in the car. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher as well. So definitely go and do that. Leave a review. 5 stars. All right. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. I enjoy you guys. We will be back tomorrow talking Knicks versus Wizards and potential backup point guards. All right. So shout out to you guys. And as always,
shout out the Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
The mess out here in these Knicks YouTube streets. That's our show. We out this mug.
Peace.
New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.